It's your boy Live for Something Bait. Looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. I know it's Monday Night Raw. Just a fan on the Keep It 99 network, part of the overall 99 media. And of course, I'm joined with the Afro Company 765. How you doing today, Torre?
You already know your local neighborhood scumbag here. These folks are daily dose of dirtbag. Same gimmick, different day, all gas, no breaks, cold hard, hot takes, and everything that comes with it. You niggas know the dealio.
You know, so let's get this show started. Monday Night Raw, April 7th, 2025. Let's talk about it. I almost forgot. Somebody thought they were going to leave this channel real quick.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not.
Bring that ass back. Come on, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. Tori, Afro Coming 765. We started off the show with Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Bianca Belair. Adam Pearce said, I did you wrong. I put y'all in situations and to fix the situations. I need to set this right. Rhea Ripley in it. Bianca said, normally I'd be mad. You just wiggled your way in, but I'm going to whoop you to win this championship. And then basically, again, ignoring Io. Rhea like, no, I'm going to whoop you up to win the championship. Again, basically, ignoring Io. And Io said she was tired of it. They start arguing. She kicked him in the back, signed it herself, walked out. How did you feel about this segment?
Man, I don't know. This whole interaction, and if you know me or know my wrestling opinions, I like to think I'm a big Rhea Ripley fan, maybe almost a stan. But this build has sort of made her unlikable to me.
Bianca's the one to get booed a lot.
Yeah, Bianca's getting, but I'm here for heel Belair always, anytime they want to give me NXT Bianca, I'm here for it.
All black,
but it's kind. Yeah, I did notice that her and Rhea both in all black, and then pretty little Io wearing white. But I don't like the precedent. I don't like the precedent that this could set for getting a title shot. Not even just the WrestleMania aspect of it. I mean, Rhea did just sort of throw a fit until they put her into the showcase of the Immortals.
She just beat everybody up until she got in the match. I guess you can justify it by saying Bianca kind of called the.
Like I said, I think they could have. I think they should have went with my idea and just went ahead and did Rhea and Bianca and Mania, no title on the line, since Rhea wants to sign contracts without looking at them. You know what I mean?
I did like the fact they acknowledge that ain't how you do that, and you get to sign a new contract.
Yeah, I'm glad they said that. Even though common sense should dictate you don't just sign random contracts.
Your name got to be in print at the bottom, so it don't matter if you sign your name or with somebody else.
Yeah, your signature don't mean jack on a contract that's not for you.
Because if that's the case, everybody's stealing everybody could there be World War III.
I was going to say, where's my max NBA deal at real quick? Yo, let me go find one of these.
Imagine me sitting out the NBA player's offices ready for him to sign it.
I was going to say, just waiting for him to sign the contract, kick in, sign it. Oh, I'm a millionaire now. No, look, I'm sure the match is going to be amazing. I feel like we're a little bit triple threat heavy. Because I'm also, if you know me, you know I'm not the biggest multi-man. I love tag team. When I say multi-man, I mean more than two entities vying for the win is what I mean when I say I'm not the biggest multi-man match. I mean, there's no way to not like the main event. That's a triple threat that we never thought we'd get. It's been talked about for years, but part of me hopes Io wins just to shove it to Bianca and freaking Rhea. But this is, I mean, it's pretty textbook build. I don't like the way that we got there, kind of. Rhea really just sort of threw a fit all the way into the main event. I mean, not the main event, a WrestleMania match for a championship, no less.
I was wondering because I know people had a feeling they wanted Seth versus Roman, and they wanted like Rhea versus Bianca. Instead, we got triple threats, which with an opponent that you probably can't complain about with EO and
Yeah,
TL.
listen. Well, yeah, I thought you were talking about the other triple threat. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'd much rather just got either EO versus Bianca or Bianca versus Rhea.
I know you already did this on the show. Me and Monte gonna go over our opinions. It's Friday, so I'm not gonna spoil my opinion until Friday. But do you want Bianca to keep the streak?
I hate that we're calling it a streak, low key.
It's getting started. She got to win and keep it to make it.
She's not the Undertaker, bro.
She Jane Cena.
Yeah, but John Cena doesn't even have a WrestleMania streak.
But Jane Cena, dude. What other woman?
But now I said, you know what John Cena does have a streak of doing though? Every time that John Cena has been runner up in the Royal Rumble, he has won a championship at Mania.
Oh, so that might be coming to play. That might come.
There's only 2 times that he's been runner up, but both of those times he ended up being the runner up at the Royal Rumble, and he still won the title at Mania both of those times. So he could be continuing a streak, but I guess I would. I won't be mad if Bianca wins, but my cynical part wants Io to win because she's fucking amazing.
She is the best women's
wrestler. And Rhea, I'm just sour on Rhea for right now. I could never dislike Mommy forever. It's just how she got into this.
And they boo Bianca, which everybody's confused by because Bianca hasn't been presented as a heel, and Rhea has, but no one cares. No one cares in the crowd. No one cares. Next up, we had a great match, by the way. The one thing Lyra Valkyria does.
Yeah, her and Bailey were in their bags.
Yeah, the one thing she does is have a great match. She might have the boringest character most plain character I've ever seen.
Which is kind of crazy because she's supposed to be modeled after a Celtic war goddess or whatever.
Yeah, but she is amazing in the ring.
The girl can wrestle. No ifs, ands, or buts about that.
They had a great match. They even had the spot when Bailey does that turn around flip into the rope and she duck it. I was like, oh
yeah, but one thing that I disliked just a little bit, it was the way that they got to the end of the match.
Like the Boston Crab and then trying to.
I didn't like the transition. I didn't like the transition from the rose plant into the jackknife.
Oh, okay.
I felt like when I say the finish, I meant like the legitimate finish of it. Everything leading up to it, it was a good match. It was a young up and comer that we know is really good in the ring, and she was in the ring with a future Hall of Famer in Bailey. So. I mean, the match was going to be good. Like I said, the only it looked a little wonky the way that she went from the rose plant setup into the jackknife. It was just, I think what it was for me is that Lyra hit her knees and then she had to almost stand up some when she went over into the jackknife, and it just sort of made it look awkward for me.
I feel that. Then at the end of the match, she offers a shake Bailey hand. She slaps it away, begins to leave, and said, "Nah," and then hugged her.
She's a hugger.
Which they have a tag match on Friday, which does it set up another title shot at Mania? I don't like the fact that you lose clean and then attack them and then get a title shot at Mania.
I think in WWE logic, for some reason, like surprise roll-ups aren't clean to them. I feel like the way they treat them. Which it totally is. It is definitely a clean win. If you rolled them up, she didn't put her feet on the ropes or nothing. You know, that was a clean pin. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and then I'm like, if she attack her again and gets a rematch at Mania, that's gonna be weird. But I know people.
I don't know. Hey, heel Bailey. I mean, Bailey is sort of languished once she got back to
a Mania shot. She beat you a week ago. It wasn't even like 2 weeks. How we get the same?
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I think they're telegraphing. They're probably going to lose this tag match. Bailey will then turn on freaking Lyra. We'll get heel Bailey again. Which look, bring back Ding Dong Hello. Okay, you want you want to go heel Bailey? Bring back Ding Dong Hello. Make her start wearing fucking suit jackets again and shit. But I think that's the way it looks. Maybe that's what they do. Maybe it's not. Hard telling with Trip sometimes. He'll occasionally surprise you.
Next up, we have American Made versus LWO in another fantastic match, man. So that match was really good, by the way.
All right. American Made with, come on,
El Grande Americano.
El Grande Americano. Damn, Skippy.
Chad Gable, basically this match was a great match. It
get well soon, Chad Gable.
Chad Gable.
No, I want to send the well wishes out there to Chad Gable. Get better soon. I know he's been.
Michael Cole, Pat McAfee there right now. This Chad Gable.
That's El Grande Americano, folks. That is not Chad Gable. I don't.
It's a legend at WrestleMania. So shout out to that.
Yeah. El Grande Americano getting his WrestleMania debut, yo.
And he's gonna probably get the win over Ray.
Think this, but this does sort of show the disrespect that Chad Gable gets. All the years he's been in the company, how long did it take him to finally get a Mania match? Has he even had a Mania match? And now we've got El Grande Americano. Dude's literally been here for 3 weeks and has a fucking WrestleMania match against Rey Mysterio. The disrespect to Chad Gable's my real problem with this.
Disrespect to American Made because I need them Creed brothers to have a Mania match.
Yeah, I need them to get the titles, yo, low key. Them boys can wrestle.
Next up, we have the session that made Monray mad. Jey Uso cuts a promo on Gunther. And it was really good.
I knew Monray wasn't going to like that shit as soon as that nigga mentioned his mama. I was like, oh, damn, Monray's going to hate this shit. As soon as that nigga, do you talk to your mother?
You're like, why is he not punching him? Shout out to Murray. We're going to talk about all that on Friday, so be there for the Friday show.
Yo, but why would you? I'm not firing on the giant nigga. It can never be on site with somebody as big as Gunther. That was
Robert. By the way, we talking about people, but Robert, he's also been on Just a Fan Wrestling, but Robert said he scared him. That's the whole promo, which I did say he could have said, I was scared at you before I came out here, but I look in your eyes and I'm not scared of you no more, and it would have made a lot more sense.
I think they're still trying to make him. I think they're trying to up the underdog a little bit more. Turn on the feel bad factor.
Yeah, but like I told him, it felt like one of them old Bret Hart promos in which I'm angry, but I'm calm.
It did sort of feel like that.
I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for me too, but I'm going to pray for you more because I'm going to pray for them. I'm gonna
pray forgiveness for what I'm gonna do to you.
Yeah, it's like one of them old Bret Hart promos when he was seething, but he's not. He's calm.
I'm praying for you, but I'm praying for me for what I'm gonna do to you.
Yeah, those type of old promos in which I'm holding back my anger right now. So I get what they were trying to do. I get on my right too. By the way, about if somebody did my brother like that, I'm gonna do the Triple H one. I'm not gonna do the Bret Hart one. I'm crashing out like Triple H, not Bret Hart.
I'm not gonna lie. If that was my brother, I'm sneaking that nigga with the goddamn. I don't even know what that might be the first time you see a nigga catch lead on goddamn.
No, Stone Cold shot.
Oh yeah. Oh, true. I was gonna say I might look.
Give it up.
I might have to come in with the K and goddamn boot. Hit that nigga with the stalk in the back of the knee real quick, yo.
Is Stone Cold the only person to bring a gun on WWE?
No, Brian Pillman.
He pulled it out. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Brian Pillman. Brian Pillman, yeah.
For that too, for putting a gun on.
Yeah, he did. He was like,
"Huh? Stone Cold, Kevin A. He got a gun." What the funniest thing
I mean, look. There's no matter what way you cut it, Stone Cold's always going to look like he's probably packing.
That was actually in the arena too. He got a gun.
Look, that's the one thing that John Cena and goddamn Stone Cold have in common is they both look like they're probably packing heat in the jorts.
But
No
like I said,
Diddy.
great promo by Jey Uso. Again, I get if you want him to be more upset, you want the Triple H approach. I get it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care about this feud enough for me to be upset at anything that happened. I just want Jey Uso to have a great match.
Yeah, I want it to be a good match, but it's hard to have a bad match with Gunther.
That is true, but
It's very hard.
if he do what he did last man, shit, he might can do it. He did a shit he did last year. He might can do it.
Yo, him and Jimmy was just bad. Like, I think that they've been on the same team so long that they just don't mix any other way.
Yeah,
Like them niggas are twins. They're not meant to fight each other, yo.
Yeah, that was awful. But hopefully, I said Jimmy Uso. The first time
Jay
I see
got in
him
his
come back,
bag.
he did a whisper in the wind. The first move wasn't the first move he did when he came back. I said, what the?
He should have, man. Low key, I'm surprised Big Keish wasn't on this episode, yo. You know Jimmy's his favorite Uso. Think about how fired that would have been though if Jay, instead of cutting this promo, Jay's like late to the venue. He's kind of scared, so his dad pops up before him, and Gunther just chokes the shit out of Rikishi before fucking. Then Jay shows up, and it's like, damn, you done in my pops and my brother. That's crazy.
Yeah, I do it before he come out to WrestleMania to see him in the back.
just to have Rikishi.
Jay come out. You know the champion come out last, so Jay come out first, and he just see Rikishi in the back, choke him out, and then walk to the ring.
Yep, this nigga walking Big Keish out to the ring in a goddamn rear naked is crazy work. I'm not gonna lie.
you want to get some heat before the match goes?
Give that nigga a stink face before you walk down.
Crazy entrance too.
Yeah, but he sort of him saying Jimmy's got 15 stitches in his forehead. Then that nigga needs to take some cutting classes, folks. The skills have gotten a bit rusty, and as far as blading goes in WWE, apparently, if that nigga needed 15 stitches after that. It wasn't no Drew McIntyre hard way with the fucking
Did you see
toolbox.
That when he actually expressed how the toolbox happened? And I'm like, oh yeah, they shouldn't have probably did that.
Yeah,
they had real tools in that bit. I'm like, y'all had tools in the toolbox when you hit them. What the fuck y'all doing? What's wrong with y'all? Take the tools out. Y'all didn't open the box and show it.
I was about to say just. But I understand to a certain extent if the toolbox comes open, you don't want just why was there an empty toolbox under the ring? But goddamn, just throw some fucking sockets in it or something. I don't fucking know. Don't have a goddamn multiple wrenches. There's a hammer in there.
Knock you out, just fall out. Hit you on your head.
I was gonna say just the weight alone nearly concusses you.
I hear bleeding for no reason. By the way, I do recommend y'all watch that.
Jimmy, what the pumpkin? Oh, when they were talking about how the toolbox happened.
I'm on the show with what's the YouTuber called? The one that fought KSI first. What's the guy name?
The person that fought KSI first was Logan
Waller, whatever his name is.
Oh, Mark Weller.
No, Waller. I forgot what the podcast. If anybody in the comments now, let me know what the podcast called.
Yeah, I was just say I do not know.
I'm trying to see. I don't know what the guy name was, but KSI first boxing match. That's how I found out.
I thought that was Mark Weller.
Joe Weller.
I knew his name was.
I was saying Waller, but Weller. Joe Weller.
Okay,
he did. That was on the UK tour. He did a podcast with him. It was actually a great podcast. By the way, shout out to Drew. Drew was very good. So I recommend everybody watch that. The other thing I recommend everybody watch is this Cody Rhodes promo package they put out because that was fire.
They was in there producing. The production bag was high for that one.
It made me think he is the face of this place. Goodness gracious, y'all put up for that. It was 3 minutes long, dude, boy, and I watched every minute. I watched it again. That was a really good pack. They went all the way from when he showed up.
He rewound that shit. Yeah. They hit all of the points of the last 2 years.
Yeah, and then they
3
start out
years
with the John
almost.
Cena talking about he's a fake knockoff and all that. So it builds him up and shows what he did accomplish. I'm like, all right, I see you. But why was Tony Hinchcliffe here?
Because
I
Tony
know.
Hinchcliffe he's a dumb big wrestling fan. He's also a Netflix comedian that drops specials on there. But he's
So awful. Holy he can't. He's not.
hey, don't do
He is
Tony like
not
that.
funny. Listen, I like Kill Tony. Listen, but I do not like him. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately,
I'm
I think
sorry.
that's a lot of people's feelings about. They're
I'm
like,
like,
we love Kill Tony as a platform, but Tony himself,
he's not funny. It ain't even about the joke himself. He's just not funny in general. And I'll be fair. I even added Tori in the group chat, but I think he was doing something else. But I'm like, I know I ain't seen him in 2 years, so he might have improved. But 2 years ago, when I watched him, when I watched him, he is not funny. He's not Amy Schumer. Not funny. He can make me giggle sometimes. Amy Schumer would. I have never laughed at that woman in my life. But he is not funny. He was on commentary trying to say jokes. I'm like, this is old man jokes.
but he was probably trying to play to the audience he thought was there. You got to remember, this man he was serving his
I'm
audience.
talking about 90-year-olds.
Yeah, but I'm talking about his base. That nigga's demo is definitely old male Republican voter. You know what I mean?
God, it was awful. Holy, he was not funny. He barely even let him talk. I was thankful for that, but I'm like, holy.
But he
You
is
know, the first match Michael Cole ever called was David and Goliath.
That's kind of funny though. That's kind of
That is so cliche. Oh, we got
look.
an old
But
announcer here.
sometimes the cornball jokes are what gets you over.
It was awful, dog.
I didn't say it
remember.
was. I didn't say it was a goddamn comical masterpiece.
Holy, I'm like, why is he here? I know he has a special on Netflix. I know y'all chilling.
And he's also been like a super big wrestling
Yeah,
fan
he was
forever.
dropping a little
They-
bit
they-
of like the first matches he watched and all that.
Well, and you also got to. There's a reason why whenever Joe Rogan has a wrestler on Joe Rogan, Tony Hinchcliffe is there, just because he wants to always have. He always wants because where he knows he's not as well versed, he likes to have someone in the room that's actually a fan. I feel like that's the
Except from politics.
people forget the president. The president's a WWE Hall of Famer. Take that as you may.
He's a WWE Hall of Famer.
I was gonna say that nigga got the ring and everything. But yeah, Tony was just sort of there.
But
on commentary was a little crazy.
He did make a joke that Michael Cole was being stiffer than Big E's neck. And I'm like, that one was dark humor. Okay, you could have improved it. You could have come at a better moment to say it, but that one was all right. But the rest of the joke.
But wasn't it during the New Day match? Wasn't it before the New
Day match? That's why I brought him up because he came out there in the New Day, but it probably just to get that joke off. By the way,
I thought that was very apropos, and I love I'm a dark comedy.
I did say that joke was all right. It wasn't. I'm gonna give it credit. It was not awful like the rest of his jokes were.
But listen, my life is a dark joke, so I gotta laugh.
If you go dark, you must go all the way dark. Don't halfway do it like, oh, I'm gonna be safe dark humor.
Yeah, no, I don't feel like stiffer than Biggie's neck was too safe.
It wasn't safe, but I'm saying you could have went darker.
They could be flamed. They might. There's a chance that there's a small portion of the IWC roasting him on Twitter for that one already.
Oh, yeah, certain people just gonna be upset by it. Anything just halfway not some
Biggie might never wrestle again. Listen, I'm sure. Look, Biggie has been told. Biggie has been told by his best friends that he's a quitter and that plenty of niggas come back from broken necks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm saying this is.
I don't think the small petite white man saying it is going to hurt any more than your best friends in the world saying it.
I do got a question. Why was Xavier Woods so oily?
Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you. I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew I was not tripping, bro. Because when I saw this nigga come out, I was like, damn, this nigga look like he fresh out the Diddy party.
I was
Like,
looking
that nigga looks like he came directly from the Diddler's estate. I was like, that is OD.
He was so oily. He came. I'm like, why he so shiny? That's my first thought. I couldn't help it.
Yeah,
That was literally my
that
first
was
thought.
it was literally the first thing I thought about too. I was like, because and it was super like where Kofi's wearing like the long sleeve joint zipped up. You just see him wearing the colors, and then you just look over at Xavier Woods, and this nigga is just. I thought we were in Turkey, and this was a fucking oil wrestling match. When I first saw that nigga, I was like, damn.
By the way, shout out to Florida. They beat Houston by 2 points.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad, but I had Houston winning. I could try to win some money. I was almost about 3 points. Bruh, I had to go find it. But while we were talking about thank you. I had to go find it, bro. I had to go find it. Ain't no way y'all telling me this man ain't the most oily I have ever
Bruh. Turkish
insane.
oil wrestler. I promise you, literally, he looked like a Turkish oil wrestler.
Look, Kofi looks normal. This man came out in pure. I was like, that's not what that is oil.
Pure oil.
That is
That he didn't dump some water. But I feel like that's so dangerous. Because like, what if it gets on the ropes?
Yeah, I'm like, why is he so
What if somebody?
oily?
I mean, I guess it would the
Did they get a towel boy
the
during the
vibe.
commercial break?
Yeah, I don't know. But
I
that's
didn't
literally
notice it after, but I noticed it then. I'm like, they
my
had a long
first
break
thought.
after, by the way, to
My
introduce
first thought was Diddy Party. My second thought was, God, I hope that oil doesn't get all over the ropes because that's how niggas get injured.
You think they had a long break, so you think they rubbed it off?
I hope they did. I mean, we didn't see anybody have any crazy. If we just saw somebody in the show after that have a crazy botch on the ropes, I would be pointing fingers on Twitter right now at Xavier Woods, being like, "That's real heel activities right there." This nigga oiling the ropes for the niggas that come after him just so they might get fucked up.
Robert did make the joke. I don't want to take his joke, but I do want to give credit. Listen, he did say that Paige rumored to come back, so yeah, he had to do it. And I like that joke. Like, shout out to Robert.
And, well, she is freshly single as well.
So he had oil. You remember that?
He was trying to show her what she was missing. He
Shout out
was
to
like,
Robert for that,
this
though.
time I won't even tag team you with Jamie Noble.
Jamie Noble, wasn't it the other guy?
Yeah, Jamie Noble's a backstage producer. Now I don't want to put no smut on back. I don't want to put no smut on Jamie Noble's name. I take that back. I can't remember the other nigga.
I can't remember. He was like an announcer too for the one.
Was he? I don't. Like I said, I just fucking poor Jamie Noble. I didn't mean that, Jamie. You're an OG.
Why Jamie Noble? That's Jamie. You hit that. You the man.
Yeah, I was gonna say low key,
but it was pre implants.
But either way, I think she looked better before then. Kind of. I think.
All right,
she had the little cellulites on her cheek, but we're getting off of wrestling now. We almost went back. We were about to go. Look, this isn't casual conversations. We got to keep these ones quick and concise.
Okay, the match happened. The War Raiders dominated most of the match. Xavier Woods pulled a chair in. Eric hit him with it. New Day ends up they getting the win off a DQ. Did a nasty shot to Eric back of the head. Nasty shot from Xavier Woods.
And for those of you who don't know, if you win by disqualification, you can't pick up the titles. Champions advantage. Yeah, champions advantage.
Yeah. So, how do you like the match? What do you think about it? It was a paint by numbers match. I had more fun thinking. Maybe it was better than I thought, but I just couldn't think outside of.
No, I thought it was all right, but you had. I hate saying this, but it's like It's the thing for WWE. You've got two teams in there that can pretty much go on autopilot. You know what I mean? Freaking the Raiders are freaking amazing. New Day, amazing. Even if they were a little bit off in points, the match is still going to be good, in my opinion. That's good old fashioned tag team wrestling. I think the New Day's done a really good job as working as heels in the ring, though.
Yeah. If Monday finally
You can
get
sort of see the there's not a.
I think Tori froze a bit, but I do enjoy the heel work by them, and Monte gonna finally get his wish, as I believe the New Day will win the championship at WrestleMania. So that's one thing I do think will happen. I don't know if Tori's back with us. He's still froze. Yeah, he's still froze. But how do y'all like the match? Who do you think would you? I hear you, but you're frozen. But I hear you. Wait if you can talk. There you go.
I was gonna say, am I back or am I still frozen?
You back.
Okay, but all right, cool. But we're still talking about New Day.
Yeah, I was just putting the end on it.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's basically like you said. The problem I do have with what you're saying is I feel like this WrestleMania season it's been a lot of autopilot.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
It ain't like every time, but it's like one few gonna be focused this week, the next few gonna be in the other few gonna be in autopilot while these few doing this. I'm like, why is it so much autopilot on? It's not even like bad stuff.
I think it's because you have so many heavy hitters for this Mania. You got the triple threat. You got Cena and Rhodes. You got the ladies triple threats. There's a lot of high caliber matches, if you will, on this card. So I think anything's going to start to seem a little autopilot in comparison.
Then we got the potential into a Hall of Fame match or a train wreck of Charlotte and Tiffany. We don't know what we getting out that way.
Yeah.
We can go either way.
I mean, you see on the socials, they cut out the interaction, the Kaiser's DMs and the 0-3 in marriages.
By the way, Kaiser did troll tonight with that. I don't know if y'all have. If you get the free no ads Netflix, they have the people when they stand on stage instead of the commercial. So Kaiser was like, "Let me talk about the elephant in the room." As you saw last week, I am the biggest rising star. The crowd booed after he did it because he didn't mention Charlotte. As I said on Raw, the crowd booed.
Hey, but he was in his bag on Twitter though. He memed her out.
Yo, they said in there the first time a man got accused of cheating and no one believed it.
Yeah, I was about to say no. I mean, come on though. I mean, Tiffany, Charlotte, come on.
We almost to the fight. We got two more segments to go. Penta versus Dominic Mysterio, which was actually
a really good match. It was super solid. Looked like two luchadors in the ring.
It was, and the talk of the match is that Carlito getting speared by Braun Breaker doing a front flip and a spear.
Yo. I don't know why, but when he was doing all of these spears throughout this segment, he got so much air on every one. This nigga, you just watch him fully extend his, the truest meaning of a spear. It looked like somebody picked that nigga up and just threw him.
I'm finna risk because we gotta see this. They might hit it.
Oh yeah, they might flag that.
We gonna do it quick. Let's put it.
Because he cooks him.
Look, doing a front flip spear is crazy. He got so much air.
And notice it still looked like a spear and not a fucking crossbody.
Jay.
I didn't want to put no names on it.
Yeah, but he did it. But God, Tori, he speared the man and did it. It's because he speared him first and then did a front flip. And I'm like,
the transition was just cold.
I'm like, that's the best. That might be the best spear. One of the best spears I've ever seen. I know it's a
Yep.
Rhino one that's up there too.
I'm not and
That's
it's
the
crazy
Goldberg one against.
we were just having literally not a couple days ago. I had an argument with Cam about Braun Breaker. He did his list of the 10 best spears, and he had Braun Breaker at number 1. And I was like, man, I don't know if he's there yet. And like after what he just did I'm through with that argument. Put that nigga at number 1. He can have it.
He took all
every spear he hit though. If you look, he got full extension and just straight through. They were gnarly.
I gotta think that might be the best spear. But Rhino got one. Goldberg got one. He did. I think.
No. Rhino's got a gore.
Oh yes.
You know the difference between a gore and a spear, don't you?
Yeah.
If they kicked out of it, it was a spear. They never kick out of the gore. If they kicked out of it, it was a spear and not a gore. That's what Rhino says. No one's ever kicked out of the gore.
What was it? Was it Bobby Heenan? Goldberg did spear to somebody so
Goldberg speared a lot of niggas.
I can't remember which one was it.
It's just so funny. Because what is it? Every person, if you came to wrestling with a football background, the spear is just in your bag of tricks.
I think the only person that didn't was at least collegiate was Jey Uso.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably, but no, but Edge played hockey, so.
By the way, Edge does have a lower class spirit than most people.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, but Jay's is like, well, that shows you why usually the football guys have the spears, because Jay's spear is.
Roman has a nice spear. Goldberg has an amazing spear.
Roman's got a collegiate football background though.
Bobby Lashley got a nasty spear.
I was gonna say, I think Bobby played football as well.
But we might have to look at who has some of the best spear.
It's weird though, having good dang to get back to the match that actually happened. It feels weird with Michael Cole calling like destroyers and shit, because it's not something that we see a whole lot in WWE, that for some reason it just feels so weird hearing Michael Cole call those kind of moves. But Dom is mad underrated in the ring, yo. I think the fact that his character's so good to dislike that it makes us sort of forget that this kid's literally probably been training and wrestling his whole life, and it shows.
His in-ring psychology is really good.
He's a 20-year vet, bro.
He's been wrestling longer than most of your favorites.
That's a fact. He's been in the biz.
Oh, I got sneezing. But yeah, it was a good match. Finn ends up standing tall. Brian gets up. Finn runs away.
Yes, because Finn came in after Braun Breaker comes down after the match. Of course, Penta wins the match. Carlito attacks Penta from behind. They start to get on it, the double on him with Carlito and Dominic. Braun Breaker comes out and spears all men, women, and children until Finn Balor pops in and gives him the old.
It was an awkward pause for a minute to get Finn down there, and I thought it was a little long.
Yeah, Finn also had a weird moment when he was setting him up for the elbow deal. His arms were in the wrong place for half a second, but they both worked together, fixed it really quick. So, but man, I hope part of me hopes Finn wins this.
Yeah, I think
Fatal 4-way.
I think a lot of people do too. And last but not least, the main event of night one is showcased because apparently John Cena not scheduled to be here the last 2 weeks. So that's very interesting. But
very heelish of him.
But I'm like, you the main event of night 2 and you're not here? So at least bring The Rock and Travis Scott.
Well, you don't have to bring Travis if you don't want to. We're not going to force
let Cody get his receipt.
Travis Scott got to take a crossroads. You right.
But it happened. Paul Heyman comes out and explains something to the people. He is forever the wise man for the tribal chief. He the best friend of CM Punk, no matter what y'all say. And of course, Seth Rollins
That's
came out.
Joanna White's wise man and Phil Brooks' best friend. Let me tell you.
Because Roman Reigns rescued him, and CM Punk is his best friend.
Yo, have you noticed the freaking the American crowds have adopted the Roman Reigns? Even though that chant originally, they've been doing that chant for Cody for years. So they just started this with Roman, but I mean, whatever. Look, maybe one of the
American crowd do it for Cody though.
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
They do it for Roman. Roman.
Exactly. That's why it's so weird. That's why it's so weird to me, because it's like the Roman thing is very.
Roman's not there. They do it. I'm like Roman.
But there's literally, you can look at videos from New Japan.
Chicago with CM Punk in the ring do it, and I'm like, what? Is he legit? Don't need the belt to be a star now. He at that point.
Yeah, I think this is a main event with no title involved.
Roman Reigns is literally that over that he doesn't need a belt anymore.
I mean, all three of them are that over, if we're going to be completely honest. Never forget.
Stories for CM Punk and Seth to have the belt. Like, I think they have to win the belt again. I don't think Roman ever has to win the belt again.
Yeah, you're probably right. Roman also has the most WrestleMania main events in history out of anybody.
It's 10. Well, technically, I don't like saying 10. Technically, it's 7, but they like to count night 1.
Night one and night 2. Come on, don't do that.
Right, he wrestled twice back-to-back nights. He gonna count as a main event. Both nights.
Yeah. He main evented 2.
Count both of them as one.
No, because it'd be one thing.
WrestleMania.
No, but it's 2 different days. Come on now, don't do that.
So he's the same WrestleMania. He just main evented both of them.
No, because look, if you buy tickets for WrestleMania night 1, you don't get tickets for night 2 with it.
That's the argument I have been arguing with people about CM Punk.
That's two different tickets. Two different shows.
To say you main evented twice at the same WrestleMania.
Yes, this will technically, but I mean,
then I've been arguing with people that talking about CM Punk ain't technically main evented because it ain't the last match. But I'm like, but I argue with you, argue to them. It's 2 different tickets.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's 2 different tickets. That's 2 different shows.
And you can just buy one to see the main event you want to see. You don't have to buy that.
Because but this will be a night. Look, usually I'll be like, there's probably a lot more people with night 2 tickets than night 1. But the main events on both of these are so gnarly. Like, you almost feel like if I was buying tickets, I'd feel like I'd need to buy tickets for both nights, yo. Because you definitely want to see Roman Punk and freaking god dang Seth, and you definitely want to see John Cena and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
So,
but Seth Rollins came out here and put on a performance.
He did.
He put on a promo.
Now tell me, after seeing this, but didn't I say? Tell me this doesn't sort of lean into what if Paul Heyman ends up on Seth Rollins' side?
I do like like I said last week. I don't know if I was on the show, but I was telling Monte and Tor, I was like, he playing into it.
Yeah.
End of the night, he did it. Now you owe me a favor. After he curb stumps, basically what happened is he cut the promo. Seth Rollins said, Roman Reigns is not your friend. When he got beat up, he ran away to have his own issue. He liked you giving him his titles and all his other shit and shining his shoes and being a yes man and booking his flights. That's what he like you for. He don't really like you. And CM Punk is your fake best friend who left you alone all the years to fend for yourself against the system, which kept firing you, which Roman Reigns had to save you from. Instead of fighting with you, he didn't. So neither one of them love you. And the best thing for you to do is to leave this match alone. Let us have it.
Sit it out. Sit out the situation.
You ain't gonna know it. So how much are you worth? CM Punk said he's not here to make friends, to make money. How much are you worth, Paul? And he started hitting him in the chest. And Paul said, "Don't you touch me again."
After he pie faced him, then he was like,
Then Seth Rollins got physical. Then CM Punk, of course, comes out. They have a brawl. He puts his head to the thing. They love this spot with Seth Rollins and these steps. I don't know what it is. Him and steps and putting heads on steps is like his favorite.
He's stomping when it comes to steps, yo.
Or if you remember from the 2000s, he put your eyeball out. Like he just loves steps. I don't know what it is with him and steps.
2019 was a dark time in wrestling, folks.
He just shoved people's eyeballs.
The pandemic was real, okay?
Shout out to Malachi Black, Aleister Black, for even in AEW, he still had the fake glass eye.
Yo, he sold the eye gimmick the whole time.
So you are in another company. You don't have to sell it no more.
But look, now that he's coming back, him and Seth Rollins still got beef. That eye's still fucked up.
Like he went to a whole other company and still selling the eye. That was crazy.
The eye was his gimmick from that point forward, damn near.
Rey Mysterio somehow healed.
Yo, we saw his eyeball on the stairs. Never forget that. We literally saw his eyeball out of his head.
Vince McMahon is something wrong with Vince McMahon. I'm not.
Yo, that nigga was like, "What? No fans in the buildings? We might as well make a movie."
That man made the Big Show the main event of WrestleMania.
Oh god.
I was like, why the fuck is this happening?
The pandemic era was such a dark time. But that was like the final straw. That was like the final straw, low key. That's when niggas were really like, we are done with Vince McMahon.
Roman Reigns had to come back and say this shit.
He did. He came back and threw the company on his back and carried us forward until Tony Khan could fuck up enough relationships for us to get the roster right again.
But they get back in the ring. He slides in the ring, curb stomp to him. Paul Heyman runs to check on his best friend. The crowd feels it. He looks around, jumps, boom, doesn't do it. Now you owe me a favor. The show ends. I'm like, I liked it. You made yourself not a third wheel because everybody was like, it's CM Punk versus Roman on a cage match. Just gets Paul Heyman. Now you like, let me insert myself in it. Now you owe me a favor.
Seth freaking Rollins.
So I'm like, Seth, you made yourself important. Let's go. Because I felt like you just been the third wheel for outside of the exact beginning.
But I think this adds validity for all you folks on Friday Night or anywhere else that thought I was crazy when I said I think we could see this Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman angle, folks. It feels like it more and more as we get closer. Maybe it's a swerve. But
I'm seeing comments like it feels like Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman gonna walk out together. He betrayed both Roman and CM Punk.
And I said this when I said this weeks ago. People were like, "Nah, that doesn't sound like it's gonna happen." And if it doesn't happen, then I'm just another armchair booker on the internet, like everybody. But if it does happen, I saw the vision ahead of time.
I do love the fact that Paul Heyman is gonna be in the corner. And and the whole match is gonna be an amazing match, but the whole time you'll be like,
what's Paul doing?
Yes, is he gonna?
But no diddy. But Paul's facial,
match too, like he just randomly be in spots where he can do something. You be like, is he gonna do it there? Oh
yeah,
he don't do it, but you be like, is this the moment?
He could.
He has like an opportunity to cost Roman and Punk. I don't think he can do it to Seth, but he can do Roman and Punk every time he have an opportunity. Like I could screw him right now.
Yeah, but then in the end, if he does end up helping Seth win,
that'd be interesting. I don't know if it happened though, but
yeah, I don't know if it happened, but that's the beauty of being wrestling fans.
Yeah, but I thought that was a solid Raw. It was a little slower than I would hope for.
It was a little bit slow,
but it was solid.
It was solid. I think scale of 1 to 10. 7.5, maybe 8.
Yeah, it was a solid show. We got some good wrestling. Like I said, the LWO match was really good. Bailey and
Lyra were good. All the segments, I mean, that's pretty much par for the course nowadays. WWE segments are good. Talking segments are always good.
Outside of Braun Breaker, it does feel like a...
And the whole, if you want to be nitpicky with Jay and Gunther, I won't fault you, but
But it does feel like autopilot sometimes, and they picking and choosing. Only person I know that's never on autopilot is Brian Breaker.
Yeah,
You feel like he just always trying to top himself.
I was gonna say he just seems that young man is in manual control at all points in time.
He just goes sprint to the rim. I'm like, you did not have to do this. This is This is Carlito, sir. You could have saved that for Mania.
You did not have to run through Carlito like that.
If you go sprint Carlito like that, you could have did it at Mania, sir.
That's such a nasty bump too. And he made sure almost everybody got one. Everybody but Finn did get one.
We did have an AJ Styles segment, which I keep forgetting.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, with Karrion Kross. I keep forgetting that him and Logan Paul have a match at this card.
It's going to be a good match, though.
I think that's what they count on, because I'm like, they are not putting effort into this build that much at all. Karrion Kross is putting in more work for this build.
Karrion Kross, they've been having him do his little sideways dealings in the backgrounds of segments. I'm hoping they do something with it. But
credit for all heel turns, which I love.
But I still think that he should shave his head.
But this is the card. We're about to get out of here, but this is the card for Mania. I know we having a show next week, but I mean, we having me and Monterey will give our predictions, but Tori, I don't know if you want to watch Friday night. You're to get Tori predictions, but how do you like this card so far? And we're gonna have of course.
So far, I mean, it's shaping up to be a hell of a card. A lot of these matches are blow-off matches. I feel like this is the first Mania in a while where you've got multiple like marquee matches with separate stories going on that people actually know. You got Naomi and freaking Jade.
We probably will. They probably had too much.
I feel like look, all the belts should be on Mania, so I'm sure they'll find something for Chelsea to do.
Yeah. Zelina seemed like she's the one going for the belt next, but that'd be weird.
Yeah, but I hope she doesn't win it.
She deserves at least to go to Mania. That's crazy if she don't.
Yeah,
I know you don't like long cards, but my goodness, you gave Rey Mysterio a match. And that build is like weird because the dude showed up 3 weeks ago at Taurus.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look, this El Grande Americano nigga ain't even been in the company a whole month yet, and you got him fucking a Mania match with the best luchador ever. That's crazy.
And the Street Profits deserve it too. They've been on fire lately, so they deserve it.
Yeah, they're in their bag. Yeah,
I know Liv Morgan getting a match because they have a qualifying match this week to see who faces them at WrestleMania.
But this is why Mania is 2 nights though, so you can get all of these belts on the card.
Yeah, so hopefully
and not have people sitting in goddamn a stadium for almost 10 hours.
Unless Lyra and Bailey don't get on the show, because I forgot that was not. We just assumed it's going to be.
Yeah, I only assume that because there's a belt involved.
Yeah, I was only assuming it. But if Lyra don't get on it, then maybe you don't do Chelsea too. But I hate not having belts on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, if you got belts, they should be defended at the goddamn biggest show of the year.
Naomi or something. You know, I think Chelsea deserves a night, man. She's been going to NXT.
Just no more multi-people matches, folks. We don't need this. WrestleMania does not need.
You don't want the tag championship? They had that ladder match. You know, I kind of do want the tag match.
I mean, I don't know, bro.
Motor City Machine Gun, DIY Street Profits, and Humberto and them in a 4-way ladder match.
I don't want that at Mania.
Motor City Machine Gun don't get their Mania match.
I put them in a regular match with somebody.
Well, Street Profits is the champ.
I know. Put them in a regular match with somebody, but make it 2-on-2 at Mania. It doesn't have to be a fatal 4-way tag match. It doesn't have to be an 8-man or a 12-man.
How many we only got 3 so far, right? Multi-man.
Yeah, that's a lot for one card.
That's 2 nights.
What are we talking? Two nights with 3 multi-person matches, a fatal 4-way, and 2 triple threats.
Let me know how.
Come on.
But Tor, where can they find you?
Of course, you can find me at AfroComedy765 on all platforms. You can catch me Wednesdays on the Blurred Cartels Roundtable for top 10 anything. You can catch me Thursdays on Casual Conversations, having casual conversations with Zalmay and Miss Moonbeam. And then you can catch me Fridays on Friday Night You're talking about wrestling with the amazing Spider Cam. And Saturdays on Make It Make Sense. You know the
We,
vibe, something flagrant, something inflammatory.
we might have to watch Moonbeam crash. We might have to talk about Thursday her crash out against the solo leveling community.
Yeah.
She's on a one woman rampage and gets so many TikToks over solo leveling. All right, listen, let them watch they brain dead fight anime.
Nigga fight, nigga win.
Yeah, people like,
Nigga
she like,
strong, nigga win.
people like, she like the character has. I want to argue. We're gonna do this episode, but we gonna go out territory a little bit off the show. But I do appreciate y'all for coming. Go watch Thursday show tomorrow. I will Daredevil, the second to last episode we will review. Wednesday, I already got it prepared. Electric Slate, I put out today. Devil May Cry came out earlier today with me and Afro coming. Yesterday, Sunday, we had Mobland and Happy Face reviews are out. So a lot of different shows getting their reviews out quickly. Happy Face and Power will probably be out early Friday. And Mobland will be out early Sunday because I did have to catch up on all them shows this last week. So it's a lot of shows coming out. A lot of reviews. Like I said, casual conversations on Casual Conversation, the channel. I will put it
On
in
the
the
Casual Conversations YouTube channel.
yeah. So go and follow it. I will put a post up. So put your notifications on here because I will put a post to that channel so y'all can go and subscribe to that because I'm trying to get y'all to go over there. So it will be a post here to send you over there. Make it make sense. It's supposed to be on there, but some reason StreamYard doesn't pick up. It picks up every channel but that channel, which I don't understand. So
Cold game.
it just refuses to. So they'll be over there later. Make it make sense. We'll be live here, but it'll be privated and then sent over there at a later time. So probably Sunday. So be up there. Watch out for that. If you want to be there live, watch it here. If you don't, if you miss it, it will go in private and you'll have to watch it on the other channel. So make sure you do that. That's about all. I appreciate y'all for watching. Keep stopping. Something amazing to happen. Peace.